Welcome to the Coffee Hour, a show that involves you in verbal interaction. We have the 2020 feature, sports with Brian Camp, and entertainment news with DJ Pete. So settle in with coffee in hand, and enjoy the Coffee Hour. Now here's your host, Frank Allan.
Well, hi everybody, good morning, and TGIF, welcome once again. And here we are once again for another edition of the Coffee Hour. Thank you so much for being along with us. We're here live, direct from New York City. That's where we originate, and we come to you in your house, at your work, or any place that you hang out. Anywhere you can pick us up, we're right there with you. And we come here every Friday at this time, 10 a.m. Eastern. And of course, we're here for a whole full hour. We have coffee, we have conversations, and of course, we have you as friends to come along each week at this particular time. And we're going to roll along because we have so much to talk about today. Thank you so much for being along with us. Yes, it's each Friday. Tell your friends about it, family, relatives, and anyone that you know, even the stranger on the bus or the subway. Let them know that we're on the air each week at this time. For those of you who are watching us, we are coming from 3 different places. We're live on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and we're live on Instagram as well. If you're watching us on Facebook, please tag all of your friends. And I know you have a lot of them. Tag them all, because you can tag this show directly to them and they can come directly into it when they see the notification come up, and they'll pop right on. They'll see you. They can talk to you. They can talk to us and talk to other people who are coming in. For those of you who are watching us on YouTube, we advise you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go there and subscribe to us, because when you do that, that'll allow you to get notification when we come on live or when we post some kind of video or something. You'll see it right there and you can go directly to it. If you're watching us on Instagram, thank you so much. And you know the protocol there. All you have to do is just follow us each week. So we want to thank all of you for being along with us. And those of you who are around and want conversation with us, you can do that very easily. As I told you, all you have to do is just type in on your little keyboard that you hide behind all the time. And I will see your comments, suggestions, and ideas. I will see them right on the screen. And it's just general conversation. If you want to say something or make some kind of comment or whatever, I'll see you right there. It's free form, open forum, and we can talk about anything you want to. All I have to do is just throw out conversation and get the party started. So we have all of that coming for you. Later on in the program, we have our 2020 feature coming up, but it's going to be a little early today. Brian Camp will be here with the latest developments in today's world of sports, and that's just coming up in about 2 minutes from now. 22 the hour, DJ Pete will be here, and he'll have information on entertainment, news on entertainment, and all of those birthdays. He will recite of the people of notoriety who are celebrating birthdays this week. So sports is coming up. Just in case you're not up on the latest developments, Brian Camp will have that for you. That's all coming up right here, and it's all live right here on the Coffee Hour. So ladies and gentlemen, as I always say, and as I always do, what would the Coffee Hour be without a little coffee? So excuse me while I shoot up. It gets better each week. Each week it gets better. That's delicious. I'll get a little later on. For those of you who are watching us, you may be at work right now. And if you are, the good thing to do is take your coffee break. Now, a lot of corporations, for lack of a better term, corporations, a lot of corporations that you work for, they have what they call this 15-minute coffee break. I know they used to do that years ago in corporate life. I don't know. I haven't been in corporate life in like a billion years. But you can take the time out and use your coffee break for that. Use your coffee break for that. Watch us and interact with us for that 15 minutes. And when your coffee break is over, you can go back to work and still watch us and do what they call multitasking. In other words, you can watch us and watch the show at the same time. Watch the show and work at the same time. Simple as that. Technology is good. It allows us to come to your place of work and your home and wherever you hang out, and even in the local cafeteria. A lot of people are hanging out there. I wonder if a lot of people in urban space in New York City are watching. I don't know. Maybe they are. They could be. They have places. They have Wi-Fi and everything, so they have places where they can actually watch us. So that's what we're looking for. So thank you so much for being along with us. We have so much to talk about. Of course, you know what the biggest news that's happening in the world today. We'll tell you more about that. You already know about that. But right now, as I said early, we're going to go to Charlotte, North Carolina, and we're going to put it on a little early today. We got Brian Camp right here with the latest developments in today's world of sports on Sports Update, and he's coming along and he will bring you all of that information coming along right now. Let's see if we can find him somewhere. Is he there? Let me see. Is he there? I don't see him just yet, but I popped him up, and I don't know, maybe he's having technical problems over there, but oh, there he is. Yeah, I see him right there. And
okay, sorry about that. You know, when you're on your tablet and when you're on your phone, it's two different settings. So, but I was able to get it and everything. But good morning to you all. See out there on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. It's a nice day today, I gotta say. It is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful day. I have a gorgeous weekend. Supposed to rain on Sunday, but I'll get to that later. But let me get to sports. Have a short time with you. Football is back. How glorious is that? That means every wife in America knows that from this point on to February, don't bother us. Don't bother us. If you need something, only contact us during commercial or on a non-football day. But we love you, but just leave us be so we can enjoy our football, and hope that you can understand that. But football is back. They had the first game last night. The Buffalo Bills are making a strong statement. They beat the defending Super Bowl champions 31-10. They beat the Rams in a very exciting game for a while, but then it got out of hand and they won. So that's where we stand. Let me say this day in sports, September 9th, 1904, Boston Herald again refers to New York Baseball Club as Yankees. The Yankees' official name became in 1913, and they used to be called the New York Highlanders. Not the Islanders, the Highlanders. Yes, the Highlanders. So it became official in 1913. 1945, Jimmy Fox hits his 534th career home run, was his final home run. 1970, former Commissioner Louis Kuhn suspends Denny McClain for carrying a gun. Can't carry the gun these days, and even back then, he carried it doing somewhere he wasn't supposed to be. We don't know if it was a baseball game, but he was carrying it, and he suspended him. 1987, Major League pitcher Nolan Ryan strikes out his 4,500 batter. That's a record. Excuse me. That's a record. That's a record right there. He went on to strike out 5,000 batters. So congratulations. 1988, Atlanta Braves pitcher Bruce Sutter joins Raleigh Fingers and Goose Gossett to save more than 300 games in a season. They are known as the firemen, which are relief pitchers who save the game for their teams. 1991, Mike Tyson indicted for rape of Desiree Washington. And 1992, Major League Baseball, Robin Young, 17th player to hit 3,000 hits. And in 2018, Green Bay Packers started the 100th season in a historical 24-23 win over the Chicago Bears. So that's where we stand. Baseball, birthdays, 1918, Jimmy the Greek Snyder, sportscaster, born in Steubenville, Ohio. 1954, Walter Paul Davis, the NBA player, was born in Pineville, North Carolina. That's where I got to go today, too, later on this afternoon. It's Pineville. 1965, Dan Marley, NBA guard, was born in Traverse City, Michigan. 1967, B.J. Armstrong, NBA guard, born in Detroit, Michigan. 1985, J.R. Smith, NBA guard, born in Freehold, New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, that is sports.
Okay, that was quick. That was quick, but I know that you have to rush. What do when is the first football game just before you go to the first game that we're going to experience coming up?
Well, it was last night.
It's last
That
night.
was on Thursday Night Football, but the slew of games is going to be on Sunday.
Yeah.
The game I'm interested in is my Dallas Cowboys is going to be on Sunday night on NBC against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Tom Brady. So that should be the feature game, and then of course you have your Monday Night Football game. So we got a lot of sports, a lot of football on on this busy weekend. It's going to be a little rainy out here in the Charlotte area, but doesn't matter. We're going to be indoors watching football, so it's going to be great turnout for the NFL opening weekend. I want to add two things before I go. I want to add Queen Elizabeth. I know, I'm pretty sure you talked about it. She was a queen of dignity, of class, and she worked to her very last day. 2 days before she passed away, she was given instructions, and she put her country before anything else, before herself and anybody else. Where she appointed a new prime minister. She served 70 years, is a long time. So our condolences to the royal family. I know there's some people in our country, yes, who don't really care, don't think much about it, but she was royalty. She accidentally came into royalty. Her uncle, which is her father's brother, was appointed king, but he chose to give up his crown for the love of his life, who was a divorcee. In a monarch family, that's not acceptable. But he gave that up, and so that's when Queen Elizabeth's father became king, and he died at a very early age. He died in his early 50s, and that's why she reigned so long, 70 years. Now, her son, King Charles III, will take over. He's 73 years old. So, we just hope that he prosper as, for a long period of time too. So that's where we stand. And want to say also this weekend will mark the 21st anniversary of 9/11. But I want to also say this about 9/11. We lost a lot of great people, a lot of Americans, a lot of people that we know or know of. But let's not us forget December 7th, 1941, Pearl Harbor. Let's not forget that. That gets overlooked a lot. Yes, September 11th, 2001 was horrible. It was many still grieving. But let's not forget, we lost a lot of soldiers, a lot of Americans on Pearl Harbor. And let's not. So when we remember on Sunday before kickoff, I'm pretty sure they're going to do something in the New York area and anywhere else around the nation. But let's not forget Pearl Harbor too. Um, those are the two most saddest times in our country and during our time that we lost Americans that hit on our soil. We was attacked. So let's keep everybody in prayer.
Thank you, and I have nothing more to talk about it because you did the show already. But so he's giving us current events and the sports, everything rolled up in one. I am going home. I'll catch you next week.
Yeah.
Brian.
Hold on. Before I go, also I gotta say this. Also, no, I told you last week that I was in a contest, my barbecue contest.
Oh,
I came in third place. Well, I came in third place in the spare ribs contest. I came in second place in the brisket contest, which I should have won because the person that did the tournament, he ended up winning, and one of the judges was his next door neighbor. I'll leave that alone. But I did come first place in the pulled barbecue pork shoulder tournament. So it was a pretty successful time. My smoker, it came through. I'm buying another smoker too. So it's going to even be bigger and better. So, but that's how it turned out. It was a successful last weekend. I was great. I was happy with myself. I made it was my best brisket that I made. And, hope that I was hoping that maybe somebody would stop by to get a piece of brisket, but maybe next time.
Maybe next time. Congratulations
Yeah.
on that. Congratulations on that. Okay, Brian, we'll catch you back here next week. Have a great weekend. It's
You
going to be
too, Pete, and everybody else. Enjoy.
grim, but have a good weekend anyway.
Okay, take care.
Okay, bye-bye. That was Brian Camp, ladies and gentlemen, with the latest developments in today's world of sports. He had to come on a little earlier because he has, obligations, which we all do. And I try to be flexible with the show between Pete and Brian. They need to come on a little earlier, then we can get them on earlier. We try to do things, sometimes they give me earlier notifications and then I can work things. One of the things about that is as long as I can get notification, I can fix the show up. I can do this, I can put this here, put that there. Anyway, you get the idea. Anyway, that wrapped up this portion of the 2020 feature, which was a little earlier. The next part of the 2020 feature with DJ Pete is coming on. That's 22 the hour, and he's going to give us information on entertainment. So he will be talking about the entertainment industry and, of course, reciting all of those birthdays of people who've been around, with people who are celebrating birthdays this week of notoriety. Yes, we have a lot of things to contend with this weekend. It's going to be a grim weekend. Those of you who are just joining us, the name of the show is called The Coffee Hour. And I'm Frank Allen, and I'm going to be with you for the remainder of the show. We'll be with you until the top of the hour. And all you have to do is chime in if you like, great conversation. And if you're going to come in and give us some kind of conversation, say hello or something like that. If you're outside of New York City, you're in a different country or other part of the world or a different city in the United States, please give us your weather forecast wherever you are. We'd like to convey that to other people because, we just want to see what's happening in your neck of the woods. Now, I have weather forecast here, but I am telling you, if you're coming watching in New York City, don't worry, I will give New York City's weather forecast. As a matter of fact, I should do that right now, right? Shouldn't I? I should do that right now. First of all, I'd like to say, before I do all of that, I would like to say that all of the opinions and the thoughts and that everything that we talked about does not reflect the opinion and the thoughts and ideas of the broadcasting facilities that we're on, such as Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Zoom, and other. So we'd like to clear that up. Everything is our thoughts, and we take full responsibility for everything that we say here. So thank you so much for being along with us. Again, here's our weather forecast, just in case you're just joining us. It's 71 degrees outside right now. So you know something, the weather is not like the heat wave situation is over. So we don't have to bother about that. We don't have to worry about right now. So it's going to be a comfortable weekend weather-wise. And right now what we experience, sunny skies today, high 81 degrees, winds will be east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And for tonight will be clear skies, we'll have a low 63 degrees, winds will be light and variable. For Saturday, it's going to be partly cloudy, high 84 degrees, and we'll have southwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday night, cloudy skies, low 68. Winds will be southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour as well. And as we wrap up our week and get back into the grind for Monday, we wrap up with Sunday's considerable cloudiness. This is the not the better day of the weekend. Considerable cloudiness, occasional rain showers in the afternoon. We'll have a high around 76 degrees. Winds will be light and variable. Chance of rain will be 15%. Now, that's the day, 9/11. All right, that's the day when I know here in New York, they're going to be at ground zero and they're going to broadcast it live on TV. And you get a chance to see it because this is what they do each week. So I would imagine they're all troopers. They'll have their umbrellas. It's not going to be a washout, maybe a little rain. But if you're going to go down to ground zero, take your umbrella with you and just, be aware of that. All right. So we have a grim weekend here. As we already mentioned, Queen Elizabeth passed away at the age of 96. That's the biggest news. That's the biggest news right now. And what's happening with that is that people from all over the world, some people are flying by, people are going to England, coming out of Scotland. Let's see, the Prince. Well, it's going to be hard to try to remember every once in a while until we get it right, but he's no longer the prince, he's a king. King Charles III is flying out to Buckingham Palace. He did that earlier, so he's on his way there right now as we speak, and he's going to make a big speech there. I'm pretty sure they're going to televise it. They're doing everything. They're televising everything. So it's big news. And between the death of Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth, and 9/11, which is Sunday, you know, it's like I said, it's a grim weekend. So we got to deal with both of those at the same time. Big news, big news. That's the news domination right now. It's big news, and just keep in mind that it's going to last all weekend long. So we're living like in a grim weekend. So you do the best you can. Later on in the program, before the show ends, of course, we have those movies that you like so much, those Turner classic movies, right? And I know you like that. So you want to make that part of your weekend too. You want to catch up on movies that you haven't seen in a long time. If your weather is kind of inclement and it keeps you in the house, that's something you might want to do. Even if it doesn't, you could always go there and take the movie and DVR it and watch it at a later date. So we have all of that coming up for you later on in the program. So that's where we stand right now. So that's our weather forecast. And I didn't repeat the temperature, the 71 degrees. That's what we have right now, 71 degrees here in New York City. So what is your weather forecast wherever you are? You know, as I said, when you come in, you know, we would love for you to do that. Give us that information of your weather forecast, and of course we'll be more than happy to convey it to other people who are watching it right now. Let's see, DJ Pete gave us one. He's here. He's going to be here in just a few. He with his part of the 2020 feature. He has one for us. Good morning to you, DJ Pete. He has weather forecast from Portland, Maine, because that's where he is. We already linked up with Charlotte, North Carolina. And when it's time, we're going to link up with Portland, Maine to talk to Pete. His weather forecast in advance. He's got, let's see, high temperatures 73 degrees today. And overnight, it's going to be 59 degrees. It's going to be sunny skies today. Winds will be 3 miles per hour. 3 miles per hour. Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's like a small blow. You don't feel anything. 3 miles per hour. Humidity 66%, and you have the dew point of 55, and UV index, which is very important, 4 of 10. So that's the weather forecast in Portland, Maine. And those of you who are going to come in and talk to us, please, you know, we would appreciate if you do the same thing. It's not mandatory. It's just something that we like to convey to others as they walk in and talk to us as well. So we've got a lot of things going on. And I mean, we talk a lot, but you know, this is the day where the only thing that we're reflecting on right now is the death of our queen. Now I say our queen too. She's out from the UK, but it's our queen too, Queen Elizabeth II. And as you already know, she was crowned queen back in 1953, and she held that position for 70 years, the longest running monarch, 70 years. And of course, you know, her husband passed away, Prince Philip, you know, died last year, as you already know, short of his 100th birthday, which happens to have been the only love of her life. She met him when she was at the age of 13, and that was it. She got married later on, a few years later, at a young age, 18 years old. I believe she was 18 years old when she got married. So that was the only love of her life. Now, how many people go through life with only one love? Most of us, you know, we go through the motions, go through steps and stones, right? Until we find the right partner. But That was her one and only partner, one and only life partner. You know, under 13, you know, that's puppy love. You know, you don't really know too much about that, but she met him at the age of 13 years old, and the rest is history. So we want to send our condolences out to all of the royal family, all of my friends there in the UK who are watching the show right now, and I understand there are a few. You know, I want to send my condolences because you're some people that I know don't live far from Buckingham Palace, and you know, over there, I watching all of the news last night and all day yesterday. It was a big crowd over there near Buckingham Palace. I mean, a huge crowd, and it's going to be like that today, tomorrow. It's going to be like that. People are passing by, dropping off flowers, and expressing their condolences. News media from everywhere are out there, and there's not a place you can go in the news media where you won't find this information. I mean, it's in print, it's on TV, it's on the radio, it's everywhere. We're not escaping it. And as I said, all weekend long, it's going to be grim. All right. And as I said, 9/11, the 11th, which is on Sunday, you know, you'll have the ceremonies of that, and then you have the two combined. You know, how grim can you get? You know, but life throws us a curveball sometime. But anyway, the Queen died at the age of 96 years old. But here's some good news. Here's some good news, though. By the way, if you want to talk more about that, feel free, and we can talk more about that. But here's some good news now. And congratulations to former President Barack Obama for winning an Emmy Award. He won an Emmy Award last weekend at the Creative Arts ceremony for narrating the Netflix documentary called Our Great National Parks. Now, this is his third Emmy that he won. He won 2 prior from a couple of his memoirs. So he has 3. And so, you know, when you're president of the United States and you served your term, and he served 2 terms. He spent 8 years in the White House, smooth transition over to the next, and you forget it. You do your thing and you go on, you move on, you know. So he was a wise president. He moves on, you know. Some of other presidents, not every president served 2 terms. Some have served 1 term. You know, 1-term president. You had George Bush Sr. George Bush Sr. He was the 41st president of the United States. He served 1 term. Bill Clinton 2 terms. You know, but you know, you serve your terms and you go. Now, this is the first time in history where a president serves 1 term and then wants to come back and try it again. I don't know. I personally don't see how that's going to happen in view of what's happening right now. In view of what's happening right now, it's just too difficult. It's just too painful. And of course, if you want to make a clown out of yourself, you know, you're welcome to it. But it's just too painful. But again, going back to Barack Obama, it's a great thing that he did, and congratulations to him. And you know something, I'll say also something to Barack Obama. You know, if you want to wear your tan suits, wear your tan suits. Please wear your tan. Feel free, wear your tan suits. A lot of people, I wear tan suits. You know, wear your tan suit. You know, just don't wear white. Well, they say you can't wear white now at this time after Labor Day. You can't wear white after Labor Day. I'll chew on that. You can't wear white. Why can't you wear white after Labor Day? Who says that? I like to meet the person. I like to meet the person who sets the standards on certain things. If you want to wear white after Labor Day, do it. Now, you know something? If I had that white suit back in the 70s, I was a party animal, so I went to the discotheques. I was doing a time when Saturday Night Fever came along in 1977. And John Travolta kind of like ushered in the white suits for men. And I had a white suit. I used to go to the disco with the white suit. I had also white shoes too. If I had that same suit today, of course, I would never be able to fit into it. But if I had a white suit, I probably would have wore it today just to make a statement. Yes, it's Labor Day is gone. It's past. It's over. You know, cold weather is coming. I would have wore that white suit just to make a statement, to say that no one sets the standards for anyone to do anything. Wear your white suits, wear your tan suits, and enjoy yourself. One of the things, though, color is very important when you're on camera, though, and that's probably why people were like really making a big deal. Well, that's not really why they were making a big deal about it. They just want to rag on Barack Obama wearing a tan suit. But my thing is, I think color is very important when you're on the air. You know, it's very important. Now, I'll give you an example. One time I was watching, can't remember what channel, but you know, they took a break for the news, and the meteorologist, who happens to be a female, wore these outrageous colors. I mean, colors all over the place. I mean, these wide print colors of everything, almost like psychedelic. Now, the reason why I mention that is that it doesn't matter what she was wearing. It's that she was wearing it on TV, and you know, on TV, you want to make sure that you keep the viewer in mind, you know, and you know, because wild colors on TV, it's kind of hard on the eyes, let alone actually seeing a person with those colors on. But that doesn't matter, you know, you can wear anything you want. But one of the things that I'm very cognizant of is that colors on TV, and just to see someone wear something like that. I remember Lindsey Nelson at that time was the late Lindsey Nelson was the announcer for the Mets, one of the announcers for the Mets, along with Ralph Kiner and Bob Murphy. And all of them are not around today, but when back in the 1960s, when they were announcing for the Mets, Lindsey Nelson used to wear these wild jackets. He was famous for them, these wild colored jackets. He was famous for them. I used to go, wow, that's wild. But that was his thing. That was his thing. But, and I'm not making an excuse for Lindsey Nelson. I just believe, I mean, personally, that's my personal taste, is that conservative colors, you know, darker colors look better on TV than, let's say, for instance, if I wore the jacket that the guy, the late announcer, I can't remember his name, he used to be the announcer for The Price is Right. Come on down. He wore the glasses and he used to wear those wild jackets, you know. Listen, people wear what they want. It's not a law. It's not a law. It's not criminal or anything. That's just my particular thing. And who knows, maybe I'll decide later on, I'm going to come in, I don't want to wear a wild, loud jacket. Now, last night when I was doing Talk Back Live, I wore this, and you can look at it for what it is, you know, after everything I said, I wore this, this red shirt, and that's kind of loud. That's kind of loud, but I'm a little more, when I do the show Talk Back Live, I'm a little more casual on that show than I am when I do this show. But yeah, I remember the last night I wore a red shirt. Now, is that too loud? It could be too loud. Could be too loud. And saying everything I said, I'll probably never wear that red shirt again. Now I'll probably wear it again, but not on TV, you know. But anyway, saying all that, going back, that's what it is for Barack Obama. Barack Obama, thank you for your achievements. And I love to see former presidents achieve. Now, the other thing too we talked about last night on the show is Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. They came back to the White House the day before yesterday, right? President Biden invited them because they had their portraits painted. Now, this is a tradition. And this tradition goes all the way back, all the way back. So you have paintings and portraits of the past presidents in the gallery, in the presidential gallery. I guess that's what they call it, the presidential gallery. You know, and they stay there. No matter who's president of the United States, they don't take those pictures down. They don't take them down. That's part of tradition. And you have the all of the presidents from George Washington on to the present. And this week, just 2 days ago, Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, they were invited back to the White House by Joe Biden, and they unveiled their portraits, one for Barack Obama, one for Michelle. And it was an unveiling at the White House, and which is something that's traditionally done. Now, it's traditionally done. It wasn't done a long time ago. I think it started, did it start from the Reagan era? I can't remember. But it didn't, when George Washington was president, they didn't have that, but they just had his portrait lined up. Now they're all lined up. And now the tradition is that every term, every presidential term, they invite the president prior to come back and put their portrait up. Now, 345/666 Beast Incarnate, he doesn't participate in things like that, so he didn't do it. So they had to wait till Joe Biden got in, so Joe Biden invited back the president. Now, when it's time for 345/666 Beast Incarnate to have his portrait put up there, Joe Biden is probably there now. I don't know. I'm not sure. But if the ceremony comes, and I'm pretty sure Joe Biden, the person that he is, would invite 345/666 Beast Incarnate and his wife to the White House and, you know, hang his portrait up. You know, but 345/666 Beast Incarnate, he doesn't do things like that, you know. I think there's a little anger there for whatever reason, jealousy, I don't know, hate, you know, but then, you know, that's the MO. That's the MO. But anyway, I'm glad for Barack Obama. And you know something, in fairness to 345/666 Beast Incarnate, in fairness to him, if he doesn't have a portrait in the gallery, he should. Because, you know, he was the former president of the United States. It's the first time I ever said that about him. Because right now I have no other adjectives of what he really was or what I really want to refer him as. But in retrospect, you know, he should have his portrait there, and someone will do it for him. Someone will do it for him, you know, but he just wouldn't do it for anyone else. All right, live and let live. Live and let live. And just in case you're just joining us, the name of the show is called The Coffee Hour. And speaking of the coffee hour, excuse me while I shoot up. So it's the 9th day of September, and what do you know? Like I said, the Labor Day weekend is all over. We can't wear white now. No white. No white. Chew on that. No white. Why can't I wear white after Labor Day? Let's chew on that. But you can. You can. There's no law. Okay, later on in the program, as I mentioned earlier, before the show is over, we're going to give you all of those movies that I talked to you about, just in case you just joined us, you didn't hear it before. And I do it each week. Those classic, Turner Classic movies that I have for you. And this way you can add to your bucket list of, you know, what you want to watch. Now, a lot of people do that. And of course, you can do the same thing. So I will give you all that information on the movies. I think I have 3 this week, and I think you'll like it. And I will convey all of that to you coming up. So that's what it is. That's what it is. But it's going to be a grim weekend, so do the best you can with. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the flu season is here. The flu season is here, so make sure you get your shots. When I get off the air today, I am going over to get my flu shot, finally. you know. And speaking of shots, you know, the coronavirus is still on, it's still live and well. And we want to keep up with all of those shots. Now, we have a new shot that's coming along, a new dose for your third, I think your third shot, your booster, your third booster. Well, they have a new one coming up. They didn't release it just yet, but I'm pretty sure they're going to do it. I'm pretty sure they're going to do it. So whenever it's available to you, please do it. Whenever it's available, you get out there and do it. Okay, so why don't we get together right now and go over to Portland, Maine. Let's hook up with Portland, Maine right now. Whenever I see him out there, I'll put him up there. Go over to Portland, Maine, ladies and gentlemen. And DJ Pete is there. Is he there? Okay.
Hi, Frank. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm having
the latest developments, and well, he's not going to do sports, but he's going to do entertainment news. Glad to have you back.
Thank you, Frank. Having camera issues here right now.
Okay.
And yeah, that's supposed to be my camera view, but apparently it's not working. So I'll just punch up this for everyone to see.
I see you.
So anyway, yeah, I got a lot of great stuff this week. Of course, Monday was Labor Day here in the U.S. It's a federal holiday, first Monday in September to honor and recognize the American labor movement, especially with our union workers. And Frank, you and I and Brian were members of different unions.
Yes.
At one time.
Yes.
And currently. So, you know, it's a big thing here in the U.S. They have parades and festivals and all sorts of fun stuff. So what I have for people this week, I have, let's see, James Milton Campbell Jr., also known as Little Milton, September 7th, 1934, American blues singer, guitarist, known for his #1 R&B hit single, We're Gonna Make It, Baby I Love You, Grits and Groceries is another one. That sounds fun.
Sounds tough.
Yeah, began his career in 1953 at Sun Records, famous Sun Records recording studio, before it was relocated to St. Louis. And so, yeah, Little Milton this week. Excuse me. Also, September 7th in 1936, Charles Hardin Holly, also known as Buddy Holly, American singer-songwriter, leader of Buddy Holly and the Crickets. His style of music was a variation of rock and roll and rockabilly in the 1950s. He is known for not just great music like That'll Be the Day, but Peggy Sue, another number, and many more. Tragically passed away in let's see, I should know this, but I keep forgetting. In 1959, he was taking a small plane from one location to another in Iowa, Clear Lake, Iowa. Actually, he was flying out of, and the plane was taken off at night during a snowstorm, collected ice and snow, and ended up crashing, killing everyone aboard, including the pilot, the Big Bopper, also known as J.P. Richardson, and Richie Valley, also in that. So happy birthday, Buddy Holly. Great music, and check it out. There was actually a live musical called The Buddy Holly Story. If you get a chance to see it, go see it when you can. Let's see. We also have Patsy Cline, born September 8th, 1932, American singer, songwriter, considered one of the most influential vocalists of the 20th century. One of her famous tunes, Walking After Midnight. And I hear that song every day, almost today. people doing their own version of it. It's a really great tune. A lot of great music by Patsy Cline there. Let's see, who else do we have? Milton Brown, September 8th, 1903, American bandleader, vocalist, co-founded the genre of Western swing, which was basically country musicians playing big band music of the time. He's known as the father of Western swing music here. Let's see, who else do we have? Joe Clay, September 9th, 1938. I actually met him about in 2000, I think I did. Born in Harvey, Louisiana. Rockabilly singer, guitarist. Some of his famous tunes back then was Crackerjack, 16 Chicks, Ducktail, Get on the Right Track, and many more. In the later part of his career, he and his wife owned a seafood company, and they would transport seafood all around Louisiana to different clients there. Let's see, September 9th, 1941, Otis Ray Redding Jr., American singer-songwriter, considered one of the greatest singers in the history of American popular music.
He's 81 today.
He is. He would have been 81 today.
Yeah, I know.
He still is 81 today.
Yeah, he still is 81.
Yeah. Let's see, what does it say? Seminal artist in soul music and rhythm and blues, nicknamed the King of Soul. His style of singing gained inspiration from gospel music that preceded the genre. He also influenced many other soul artists in the 1960s. So happy birthday, Otis Redding. Roy Brown.
He died so young.
Yeah, yeah.
He's 6 years old.
Yeah. Frankie Lyman, the same thing. He was 20 something.
He was 20, 26, I think, as well.
Yeah, when he passed away. But yeah, they get into the hard life, and they don't know how to control it. So it's an unfortunate thing sometimes. But anyway, we have Roy Brown, September 10th, 1920, or 1925. They don't know. Excuse me. It's one of they probably have or have not any records of his birth certificate, so who knows what happened. The information I have here says 1920 or 1925. But anyway, he was an American blues singer, significant influence of rock and roll, because he took his sound of jump blues, giving it a hard edge. His hit recording Good Rockin' Tonight, which Elvis Presley covered, Winona Harris covered it, Bruce Springsteen covered it, Paul McCartney covered it, Jerry Lee Lewis covered it, James Brown covered it, The Doors covered it. A lot of people covered that song. Roy Brown, one of his famous tunes, Good Rockin' Tonight, and many more. I used to play a couple of songs by him called Butcher Pete parts 1 and 2, and it's a kind of interesting song. I usually play that around Halloween, because it's talking about a guy who's hacking and whacking and cutting up people like a butcher. Anyway, there. And that's all I have for this week.
You talk about people not keeping records of people like that. It's kind of sad in a way,
It is. I mean, my grandmother immigrated from Greece.
Yeah.
We never found out the exact birth records, because a lot of that stuff was destroyed decades, centuries ago, whenever, during conflicts and things like that. But yeah, it's interesting. It's difficult to find out sometimes. So I just leave it at that. They know September 10th.
Louis Armstrong comes to mind. Some people said that he was born on the 4th of July, and then on record they say it's August 6th. I'm confused. I'm just
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
confused. Satchel Paige, the old Negro baseball player, have no
Yeah,
idea who he is.
no record at all.
No record. Well, they only speculate like they speculate on some of the ones that you mentioned and
Yeah.
others. They just don't know. Thankfully, we have a computer database, and no one is going to be omitted from anything.
Yeah.
Okay, I have birthdays. Go ahead, finish.
So I was going to say, where I'm a disc jockey and I collect music. I actually collected some doo-wop music of the 1950s a while ago. Excuse me, and it was reissued. I forget what the original record company was and who reissued it. But anyway, some of the songs unknown, and some of the names of the bands who recorded them unknown.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like someone found this tape of a great doo-wop band recording, but there's no record of it.
Oh, you see, that's tough.
I know. It's who knows? I probably found them in a basement somewhere and brought them to life. But yeah, it's interesting. I see that every once in a great while. No known information on this old song that someone recorded. So
Birthdays this week. Actress Michelle Williams of Dawson Creek is 42 today. Actor Adam Sanders is 56. He was from Saturday Night Live. That's how we knew him. Actor Hugh Grant is 62. Actress Angela Cartwright, that's the sister of Veronica Cartwright. She's 70 today. Let's see, you have country singer Tom Wopat. He's the one, he played on Dukes of Hazzard. He was one of the Duke boys. Not the blonde head, the guy with the dark hair.
Yeah.
He's a country singer too. He's 71 today. R&B singer Dee Dee Sharp is 77. Inez Fox of Inez and Charlie Fox, who did that song, that classic song. I can't remember, just offhand. You're gonna buy me a diamond ring. If that diamond ring don't shine, I can't remember. Anyway, she's 80 today. Poet Sonia Sanchez, who I knew back in the old days, she's 88. The late Elvin Jones, drummer, the jazz drummer, he would have been 95. Actress Sylvia Mills of Midnight Cowboy, she played on Midnight Cowboy. She would have been 98. Actor Cliff Robinson would have been 99. And if you're in the mood for Kentucky Fried Chicken, Colonel Sanders. Oh, this goes way back. He would have been 132 years old.
Yeah.
Man, that goes way back. Anyway, what you got coming up? You have your show.
So actually, I'll post one show here. You can find me. You can find me on social media if you want to connect with me. My current radio show every other Tuesday night at WMPG Radio, 8:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Time Zone, USA and Canada. WMPG.org. Now, I've done shows online on radio airwaves. I'm changing my time slot because I'm taking a job Monday nights now. So my last show is going to be for that Monday night time slot is going to be next Monday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'll just put the slide up here for now anyway, so people can see it. radioairwaves.co.uk.
And that's when again?
Next Monday, this coming Monday.
And your time is what?
8 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay. So that looks good. That looks good. Okay. Well, okay. That's about it. I'm glad to see you back. Hopefully we'll catch you back here next week, but if we don't, you know what the protocol is.
Yeah, and I will I'll let you know what's going on, and yeah, have a great weekend, everyone out there.
You do the same thing. We'll see you next week. Take care.
All right. Take care, Frank.
Okay, that's DJ Pete with his portion of 2020 feature, entertainment news, and reciting all of those birthdays of people of notoriety. Thank you, DJ Pete. Hopefully we'll catch you back here next week. Right now, I want to give you all of those movies that we talked about. Those movies is movie time. For those of you who are interested in catching up on all of those classic movies, I have 3 of them I want to convey to you today. To put on your bucket list of movies, what movies to watch this weekend, just in case you're in the mood. And if you don't want to watch them live, you could always DVR them. And if they come on too late for you, DVR them. Watch them at a later time. Let's start right now. It's a Mad, 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 Mad World from 1963. A host of a lot of actors. I can't mention them all. They're just too many to mention, but I'll mention a few. Don Knotts was in it. Let's see, Phil Silvers, Edie Adams, Ethel Merman, Sid Caesar, just so many. Spencer Tracy, you just have to watch it. It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. That's Sunday, but that's overnight. That's tonight, overnight, Sunday morning, Saturday night, Sunday morning at 2 a.m. Eastern. DVR it if you can't wake up that, stay up that late. The Women, starring Joan Crawford and Rosalind Russell, and that's TMC, that's Turner Classic Movies. That's at 6 a.m. Sunday morning, 6 a.m. Sunday morning. That's 1939 black and white movie. I think you'll like it. And by the way, they're all women in the movies. It's an all woman cast. See, women were powerful back then. Even back then they were powerful. Okay, On the Town from 1949, starring Gene Kelly and Frank Sinatra. And that's Turner Classic Movies. That's on Sunday. You'll be wide awake for this, hopefully. That's Sunday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, and it's on Turner Classic Movies. And you can go to Turner Classic Movies too and check out the program guide, because there may be more movies that you may be interested in, but these are just my picks of the week for this weekend. And you can go down the line and check out more, and you can DVR them just in case, just to remind you that they're coming on. And also, while you're there, you can also go on Movie on Demand and watch free movies that date back from the 1930s on up. And you'll have those classic movies. They kind of recycle these movies. So if you miss them, wait another time and they'll come back again. But they'll give you the time that they expire, each movie. So you can watch all of those movies. They have listings from A to Z. And of course, if you like the pay-per-view movies, you can go and watch those too. What, pay-per-view movies, what, $6, $7? That beats paying 16, 17, 18, 19, or 20 bucks to go into a live theater, but you can still watch the same movie. Unfortunately, those movies don't come out until they hit the theater first, and then you can watch it. If you want to wait that long, oh, that's good. But if you have the ambiance, you like the ambiance of a live theater grouping, then you can go see it then. But in the meantime, just so you'll know that these pay-per-view movies are there, they're available, and they're available now. If you like sports, you can go on and catch out some of the sport networks, right? What you don't catch live, you can go on demand and catch it out the next day. Also, you can go to other networks like Lifetime. If you like those Lifetime movies, they're available too. See what's available and then watch those too. And then, of course, a lot of other things. It's all there. Just go on demand and you'll catch it. It's all right there. It's all right there. So let me repeat some of these movies once again for you so you'll know. It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. And that's on Sunday morning at 2 a.m. Eastern. Check it out. It's a comedy. It's a great comedy. I like it. Or DVR it. Watch it later. The Women. With Joan Crawford and Rosalind Russell at Sunday at 6 a.m. Eastern. And finally, we have On the Town with Gene Kelly and Frank Sinatra, Turner Classic Movies, Sunday at 4:30 p.m. I think you will like these movies. They're great. And we hope that you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed the show today. I enjoyed being with you. It's going to be a grim weekend, but do the best you can with it. Okay. And keep in mind that, there's a lot of things you can do over the weekend that are positive to keep your mind settled and keep your mind on a lot of things. We're going to come back here on Thursday night for Talk Back Live. Brian Camp will be here with me with the latest developments in today's world of sports with Sports Update. And you'll be there and we'll conversate together. Other than that, I'll come back here next Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern for more of the coffee hour with the 2020 feature, Brian Camp with sports and DJ Pete with, of course, music and talk about music and entertainment and reciting all of those birthdays of people of notoriety. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a great day, a great weekend, and we'll catch you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
You've been watching The Coffee Hour with Frank Allan. The producer has been Al Dale. Technical assistance, Dave Taylor. Research by Sandy Pierce. And I'm your announcer, Donna Stenke. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on The Coffee Hour.